Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today you will learn about the position of adverbs and adverbials in an English sentence, and Earth's greatest heroes will teach you how to do that. So, for you to understand, Earth's greatest heroes are Nightingale, Crimson, and Blue Thunder. Okay, and they will they will appear in our example sentences, and I hope they will help you to understand how that stuff works. Okay, as a little revision, I would like Nightingale to tell us what a basic English sentence looks like. So, generally speaking, an English sentence consists at minimum of two parts, a subject and a predicate. And very often, there will be an object or a complement or both of them. So, basically, three parts are necessary for a normal English sentence. And here are a few examples. So, Nightingale flies, subject and object, the most basic structure you can have. Nightingale lifts heavy objects, subject, predicate, object is already a little more specific, but still very basic. She is female, that would be subject, predicate, complement. This is not an object, this is additional or complementary information about the subject. We call it a complement. So this is also a sentence, very basic, consisting of three parts only. And now we want to learn about where to position the adverbs and adverbials in an English sentence. Sorry for that. And therefore, let's look at what positions are available to us to place adverbials in an English sentence. So first of all, there's front position, which is all the space in front of the subject. And there is end position, which means all the space behind the last object or the last complement in a sentence. All right. And last but not least, there is, you might already have guessed it, mid position. And mid position normally occupies this space here, the space between subject and predicate. But there are some situations, and here it gets a little tricky, where mid position can also mean in middle of the predicate. Pooh, yeah, we will talk about that later. But right now, it's important for you to understand that we have front position, mid position, and end position. Okay? And let's see if we can understand it a little better when we look at the different kind of adverbs we have in English. Right now, we want to talk about five different kinds. That's adverbs of manner, adverbs of place and direction, adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency, and adverbs of comment. So these five groups we will take a closer look at. Adverbs of manner is the group of adverbs that includes words like bravely, fast, quickly, intensely, and these appear in end position. Yes, there are sometimes situations when they appear in mid position, but I'd rather suggest you forget about that right away. Right now, right here, it's best for you to understand that adverbs of manner appear in end position. Then there are adverbs of place and direction, like, for example, on earth, eastwards, on the moon, and they usually appear in end position. If you want to highlight them, if you want to make them stronger, you can put them in front position, but make sure to understand you only do that if you want to highlight. Okay, exactly the same is true for adverbs of time. This group includes words like on Sundays, in June, 100 years ago. Okay, and they usually appear in end position too, but just like with the adverbs of place and direction, you can put them in front position if you want to highlight them. Group number 4 is called the adverbs of frequency, and they tell you how often things happen. This group includes words like always, often, sometimes, never. They always appear in mid position. And last but not least, there's adverbs of comment, which includes words like frankly, hopefully, honestly, and these words offer information about how the speaker or the writer thinks about his sentence. If he means what he says, or if he wants to make sure that everybody knows he's not 100% sure about the truth of the sentence. This is what adverbs of comment do, and they normally appear in front position. Yeah, that should be enough. Forget about the rest. Adverbs of comment appear in front position. So, Crimson here, this is Crimson. He will help us with some example sentences to understand or to see how that might look like if you have adverbs positioned in these different places. So this is the diagram again, and here are the example sentences. I will start with a sentence that does not include any adverb or adverbial at this moment. And this is Crimson can fly. This sentence, I have included this sentence because there is this little word can here, which is a so-called auxiliary, and it helps me to show you that sometimes a predicate consists of two or more words, the auxiliary and the full verb. That's why they have the same color here. And you can see there is room between the auxiliary and the full verb that can be occupied by an adverb. Okay? So front position, mid position, or end position. So let's come to the first real sentence with adverbs. The hero bravely fought against his enemy in New York last year. So you can see mid position here is occupied by an adverb of manner, and this means the adverb of manner comes right before the full verb. This doesn't happen very often, but to show you the complete picture, adverbs of manner can appear in mid position. Let's look at end position here. There's some adverbials here. In New York, which is an adverb of place, and last year, which is an adverb of time. And this shows you that the end position can be occupied by more than one adverbial. Okay, in this case, it's two. Let's go on. The next sentence. On Earth, crimson cannot fly fast. Let's look at front position here. On Earth is an adverb of place. It can appear in front position. Mid position is empty here, but we have an adverb in end position, which is fast. This one is an adverb of manner. Okay, can appear and normally does appear in end position. Next sentence, in the past, an adverb of time, he has often flown much faster. Often, in mid position, between auxiliary and the full verb, is an adverb of frequency. So this is the adverb of frequency's normal place, mid position. In end position, we have much faster, which again is an adverbial of manner, okay, appearing in his normal space, the end position. Next sentence. Crimson is never tired on Sundays. In end position, we have an adverb of time here, the normal usual space for adverbs of time. And in mid position, we have an adverb of frequency. So this is its normal space again. And last but not least, probably, this is an adverb of comment, he is the best. As you can see, probably is in front position where it belongs to, and it comments on the meaning of the whole sentence. He is the best. Is he? Yeah, probably. probably he is the best. Okay, so this is the positions we have, and this is the general uh, usage of adverbs of manner, place, time, frequency, and comment. By the way, you can look up the rules to this piece of grammar on page 181 and 182. There's also some exercises we will have a closer look at later. But so far, um, you know the basic things. There's two pieces of extra information I need you to know. So I've already told you that things might be a little tricky with mid position. Okay, we've learned so far that mid position can be occupied normally by adverbs of frequency and adverbs of manner. And the tricky thing is that mid position means three different things. The first one is the most common one. Mid position means between subject and full verb, like in this example sentence here. Blue lightning never sleeps. The subject, the full verb, and in between we have the adverb of frequency, never. And this is true as long as there is no auxiliary in the sentence. As soon as there is an auxiliary, rules change a little, because then mid position means between the auxiliary and the full verb. Like in the example sentence here, blue lightning can always hear you. Can is the auxiliary, hear is the full verb, and always the adverb of frequency appears right between the two. Okay? This is true when there is an auxiliary. Last but not least, we've got a third option, and this is when your full verb, your only verb in the sentence, is to be. And if be is your full verb, the adverb appears after be. So, blue lightning is sometimes nervous. Blue lightning, the subject, is the full verb, sometimes the adverb of frequency. And this is the third kind of position for adverbs. And last but not least, I still have to say something about end position. And there is not much to say, but you might have noticed that end position can be occupied by more than one adverb. Okay, adverbs of time, adverbs of place, adverbs of manner can all be positioned in end position, and there can be more than one in end position. So there is a certain order you have to keep in mind. The order of adverbs in end position is always the same. Manner comes before place, and place comes before time, like in this example sentence. Blue lightning has fought his enemies bravely, adverb of manner, on Mars, adverb of time, last year, adverb of time. Now, this obviously is adverb of place. So, if you keep these in mind, you will have no problems. So, I would suggest that you open your books, if you still have them, on page 182. There you can find this exercise, and I would like you to work with this exercise now. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is write the sentence here, copy it. I went to London with my family, and add the given adverb or adverbial 2 months ago. In this case, it is an adverb of time. Okay, and we have learned so far adverbs of time go in end position usually. So the sentence you want to write down is I went to London with my family 2 months ago. All right, you copy the sentence and put the adverb at the right place. This will take you some time. There's quite some copying to do. You have to think about each of the adverbials. So I think you will need roughly 10 to 15 minutes. I'd rather suppose you need 15 minutes. And after you have finished, you can look at the solutions that will appear later in the video. So I suggest that you stop the video when I tell you, and after you've finished work, you well restart the video or you resume the video for the solutions. Okay, so stop now, please. Okay, so that means you have finished work, and here is your solutions. There's more to come, so I suggest we do the same thing again. You pause the video when I tell you and resume when everybody has checked the first 8 sentences. Pause the video now. Okay, you have corrected the first 8 sentences, so look at the remaining sentences, and after this page, there's some more exercises for you to do. So the same procedure again. Pause the video when I tell you, and then resume when you're finished. Pause now, please. All right, you have finished the whole exercise, and I hope that there is not many questions left. Nevertheless, for a little more exercise in this matter, I have prepared or I have listed some more exercises in your workbook. It's on page 64, exercises 3 and 4, and page 65, exercise 5a. I would suggest you use the time in school, or if there is no time left, finish these exercises at home. I will upload the solutions on your MEBIS class course within the week, so at the end of the week you should be able to check your solutions with the solutions on MEBIS. All right. I hope that there are no questions anymore. If there are, contact me via MEBIS, and I hope I can help you. Have a nice day, everybody.